Yep, Scooter Bob. As you can see, why I'm really sending out the collection is because my newspaper collection is, as you see, like the colors have changed, and it's been like what 3 years? Yeah, when your collection is about 3 years old and it looked like this, and well, you couldn't even tell, but you can see the yellowing effect. Yeah, it shows that how old the paper is, and that includes my newspaper collection too. Cause my newspaper collection can basically go to shit eventually. And I'm doing my yeah, it's my cleanup effect. The spring cleaning, I would say, post Memorial Day to be exact. But yeah, they're doing a yeah. As you can remember earlier that I went. It was the tennis. It was one of the creeks that were restored recently. I didn't even recognize that until last year. Wow, that's a long ass time though. That was been like keep in mind. That was this one when I first clipped it. It was about 3 weeks after my grandpa passed away. So yeah. So this is going to be in a shredder, unfortunately, because I don't have a lot of space, and I pretty much don't have time to do newspapers anymore. so, so there's some weird shit happening with the like in the recent years. Then like the Ocean Beach, the elephant ones. That one has been it's been on and off again with all. Now they're thinking, well, they might have to redo the plants. That's their way of saying, yeah, we're worried about the climate change, so we're going to really scale it back down a little bit and stuff like that. And there's a Playland one. Yeah, that one is. There were some old spat over like what they should do with the community building project, and there's stuff like that. And they decided, well, they decided to have it as a playground type of thing with, I don't know, some housing. I don't know how it turned into a community center, but that's pretty much how it turned out to be. It turned out to be okay, though. So I would love to visit it myself, when I have the time to visit it there myself, though. Just pinky swears, though. So I'm gonna be putting it back though. So another one I did um I wanted to talk about is, look at the date though. 2014. That's been 4 years, and it hasn't been turned into um it hasn't turned into like Hern Yellow yet, but this is basically the end of the Empress of China. I went there on Wednesday. That was a while back. My grandpa, he fell on Wednesday because to be honest, he was dizzy and stuff. He was, I don't know. I don't want to go into details, but long story short, he was very old to begin with, and that was like the dark clouds. I would say this when he passed away, and compared to my grandma, there were literally dark clouds, like there were literally dark clouds all over our heads, and we couldn't even shake it off. My my uncle can barely talk after he passed away and stuff like that. My dad also, well, long story short, it was very dark times, and that made me realize I really had to get the hell out of college because I've been wasting like 5 years in city college and stuff. So that was like an important chapter to me because this me visiting the Empress of China and in a whole part where my grandpa, regardless of how I was there, he would have fallen off regardless of whether I'm at home or not. That really changes my life forever because he means a lot to me. So this is pretty much like I was planning on donating the rest of it to the Chinese Historical Society of America because look how much history it has in those years. And I'm happy this is going to be a bit of a museum though instead of like some random ass office for techies and which we already had some tech office in some areas, but we don't need another one. Yeah, that means a lot to the Chinatown, but nobody is doing the banquet style dining areas anymore. The era just came to a close, so that's why it's been. Uh, and 2015 though, that's just an old article, which is honestly in a year of a ram. I was a sheep, a ram, but I'm a goat, sheep, rat type of thing. Yeah, I walk like a mountain goat though. So you want to spread something? So yeah, this is one I got out of it. So there's some issues that were happening at the Stockton Street and instead of like Kearney and Clay streets. Yeah, it only addresses concerns of it instead of Stockton Street, which honestly there were like I wish there were more of issues that were addressed on a Stockton Street because it would have been nice. So yeah, a lot of it has changed. So this is going to be in the donation list, but another one oh shit. Oh shit though. It's right. Oh, this one I like. I particularly like it though. We're taking it. They're thinking about expanding the sidewalks on Stockton Street, which I honestly think they should have done it years ago. But it's a huge ass challenge, and honestly, it was. It was, and we needed widening up the sidewalks and address some issues with the traffic and parking though. Yeah, it would have been nice though. It would have been absolutely nice to had something like that because we do need some stuff like that. Good stuff usually happens a lot, but anyways, but I'm gonna put it in there in Ohio Joy. That's where it is here. Yeah, drought is really orchids needed some water though, and that's where orchids can do just fine with a little bit of water, but at that time when it first published, it was still bad. It was so bad. You really couldn't even put up with this part. I mean, you couldn't even like afford enough to waste money trying to like buy up plants because there's no chance in hell. Yeah. So this is oh yeah, this is a person that was like featuring their photo and yeah, they're talking about the family celebrating and stuff like that, and there's some stuff highlighted there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I should have. There's some parts I should have added onto Gordon's work. I mean, into my own senior thesis, but it's okay. I could have. Yeah, I mentioned that Hollywood is all about like being with family and friends in general. So I have issues like it's hard. Yeah, it is. It's tough. So it's not really well. Like all those other smaller details were not as well respected as with the other like bigger holidays that were known by, and that's why I kind of like the idea of it. Just yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna put it back over there. Just making sure. It's just I'm gonna reorganize it, see how it's done. I'm gonna give this to the Chinese Historical Society and see how they would do it. Oh dear, I had to go through this again though. To be honest, Enter the Dragon though. It's kind of great though. It's so interesting how much it had the impact on me though. It's where I really started appreciating Chinese New Year though. It's just I know Asian American studies when I first went there. I mean, it does open up the chance for me to just appreciate Chinese stuff and what it meant to be, but nowadays I couldn't take it. The new Asian American studies though, my god, they're pretty. I know I'm rambling, but this is look at this though. It's so glamorous. You can tell that you can tell the details that every time they make something, it just so blowing. Yeah, and I'm really sad though. There are some times that they would do it, but then a lot, and then there's like art, building art floats. It just, of course though, people were not kidding. It's tough. So to really to replicate that experience in all those neighborhoods would be pretty nice. Honestly, it I think making it a low key event in there would be worthwhile. I know this is okay. The sorry about that. I'm going to flip it over. See what was that? It's in March 1st though. That's a long time. It's a long time though. You don't believe how many years it's just the new leaders though, which I would have agreed though. When you see old ass guards like leaving and they're just transitioning into the next generation, the new guys took over and just. Of course, there were previous pageants though that it's always been like that. Honestly, it's just so great though. There's always been drawings and stuff. Huh. This is kind of weird though. It's been the reason why I start refocusing more on like Chinese and Chinese ethnic Chinese and well, especially with the Southeast Asians types. I mean, though the Chinese living in Southeast Asian countries because a lot of them would just celebrate Chinese lunar holidays anyway. So yeah. That's the part that makes me like it more. So, damn, I fell in love with Chinese stuff again. Let me try. Oh, wait, don't I just do that? Oh well. Oh shit. I didn't even really look at it. I was like, I just skipped it over. So, oh, don't I just skipped it over a while back? Oh shit. How could I be? Oh my god. I'm so stupid of me. Huh. Yeah, there's some stuff with, there's some, there's some weird changes though, and there's so many long time landlords that were like, yeah, I'm retiring though, and then the new landlords, they pretty much don't give a shit. They're just like, they saw the good money, like, yep, we're gonna sell it for insane amount of money. Like, yeah. So they had these broken ass Alice Act laws that, like, basically there was a lot of people that wanted to see it reformed. That's, oh yeah, I remember this. I got this one clipped a while back. It's like, wow, this is pretty interesting. So this is from Singapore, I suppose. I like the part where it was like, oh my god, it was from a Symphonian, right? Yeah. A lot of it's changed though in the past decade. Honestly, um, I think this should be donated into the Chinese Historical Society because it looks like they'll archive it and preserve it though. I didn't take care of it, but my golly, it's changed. The problem is not that the population is getting old and stuff. That was the biggest issue, but a lot of Chinese Americans and immigrants were going to places like Sunset and Richmond and other satellites that they basically like fending for themselves and they work their asses off like setting their kids up and but there isn't any community events that were like given back to the Chinatowns and not even like the satellites themselves. It which is kind of sad though, to be honest. Honestly, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of the same stuff, and I got really in. This is like where my mom's aunties and I mean grand aunties and well, my grand aunties and uncles, they started working at Chinatown and they somehow moved somewhere around. They sometimes moved somewhere like near, or somewhere a little bit far away to places I don't even know. Some places I don't want to talk about. It's just not that I don't. It's that it's for privacy reasons. I can't really say it anymore. It's just the Oakland Chinatowns are really it's a bit. It's yeah, they have something a bit issues. Oh, this one I liked it a bit. The the central subway construction. Yeah, I like that one. This was an interesting part. They have like these old machines, sewing machines that like pre 1906 earthquake. They're like, I like that part. It's so interesting. It's like I'm looking at you're looking at a piece of history though. I don't know if they're reburied or they're just on display, but I think they probably on display right now, just preserved. They're carefully preserved and stuff like that. Just you never know. You never know what's on there. Like the cemetery graveyard that was like uncovered in Wallenberg, which is like, wow, it's so impressive. I liked it stuff. Hmm. Oh yeah. So there's some weird stuff about. Yeah, they had some new stuff there, but it's to be honest, it should have been the mistakes that Chinatown had, the organizations had. Is they're focusing way too much on those touristy things, which it's good money, but it's not good for community long term. That it needs to change. That's why. I think that's pretty much it. What they got here. It says, huh? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. Was that the San Francisco? Was that the same thing? Huh. Oh, oh okay. So weird. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, so there's bookworm too. There's some cities need to be changed though. There's some other things that. Yeah, I went there. I went there with my family and some of my parents' Hong Kong friends. Though they were pretty good. Oh wait, that place is so lucky though. You should pretty check it out yourself. It was really teeming with Chinese residents too. It's just not a lot of people like don't want to work at don't want to do this. It just they took out the exclusion act, which it kind of removes the need for it kind of removes the need for the like having these places like that. So that's why. But it's still really important because it was that time when America's like they need laborers for like Chinese, there's like Japanese and Koreans, and they did a bunch of stuff that were like agriculture related. They actually introduced those techniques, agricultural techniques, to California that kind of changed how it is meant to be. So it's like it's an argument task, and unless they're doing something like I don't know, the crowdfunding, that's you're basically screwed. So it's a good history though, but it just who is going to who's going to um continue the legacy when they're no longer Chinese Americans in the first place though. Well, living in that lucky and it just oh that's right though. Ah. Oh there's the place. Yeah, he here you go. Oh. Don't remember what I did clipped it out. But I think it was somewhere like 20. Oh well. Yeah, this is a a gourmet exploitation. They think they did change it about. Yeah, I did think so. Just right then. Oh, that's right. They're walking with the giants, huh? Okay. So I think there was a man who just walked into it and just. Oh, he was a college student though. Oh, that's right. He was talking about like the times he was there at he was at the march. He was in the middle of the march. Just like wow, that this guy just he was just like he was actually there. So that's pretty much it. Um I do wanted to focus on that, but okay. I do wanted to focus on that, which honestly, I'll get you a short video of this. Yeah, I could just do a short video talking about this. So it is pretty good quality, though, to be honest. Though I do have a lot of copies in there. Just yeah. Oh, I think that was a see Chinatown page 28. Yeah, when you go back to page 28, you see there's some things that were. It was very frustrating, though. A lot of it was frustrating, though. And honestly, I don't blame. I don't. I think it just. It sucks, though, because maybe it was one of those places my auntie might have lived at, but I think it's still a very important piece of history for my family because it saved my family, and yet there's nothing given back to them. That's why it sucks. Well, here's my long rant. I think I just said some. I'm gonna make a short video talking about this one though. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm gonna make a second video, a short video just exclusively for this, and I'll just say goodnight.